What's good, fight fans? Your Majesty speaking. Um, I'm coming to y'all today with something that I've been paying attention to. I'm an avid researcher. I film study a lot. I go back, I watch a lot of stuff over, and I come up with different things as I, see certain things. And one of the things that I wanted to point out was a few days ago, I had did a video about Jake Paul versus Tank Davis press conference. And I talked about a few of the things that stood out to me. And I was so fixated on the Jalen Love aspect of the press conference that I kind of didn't get around to a lot of the things that I really wanted to get around to. I was going to make a separate video about it. And this is that video. So one of the things that the most important thing that paid, like the gloves and stuff came up, Calvin Ford, the Jalen Love thing, the bet and the money, all of that stuff kind of took a precedent over the press conference. But I think one of the things that stood out to me the most was the fact that I noticed that whenever an interviewer or someone questions Tank Davis about fighting not only Shakur, but anybody on his level when it comes to the 135 weight class or in and around the 135 weight class. And one of the things that stands out to me the most is that he always kind of gets agitated when someone questions him about fighting the best people in his class. So I do want to play a clip from the Jake Paul press conference to where you can kind of understand where it's like it's a level of irritation that I don't understand. I'm gonna bring this up so y'all can pay attention to this video.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the Rhodes rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate.
Next question.
Okay, so let's break this down because there's a few things that I want to speak on. The first thing is nobody asked Tank about his personal life. I don't know how he went from them asking him, can we still expect you to fight the people in your weight class after this fight, to feeling like people asking him about personal stuff. To me, that's a sign of I don't even know, bro. I don't even know because I don't take Tank for being a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I take Tank as a nigga that or a person that don't fit nobody. You know what I'm saying? You fighting somebody 65 pounds bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like in Jake Paul, even though I know Jake ain't a real boxer, but it's just a simple fact of I don't take him as a person that fear nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first takeaway. My second takeaway is he didn't the interviewer didn't even ask about Shakur Stevenson. He just simply asked, can we expect you to fight people in your weight class? Tank's mind automatically went to Shakur Stevenson. Didn't he just have a fight? Didn't who just have a fight? He didn't ask about anybody specifically, but didn't who just have a fight? He went to Shakur. He said, and what happened? He won. Yeah, he won, but how did he look? He looked amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people get in this mindset of if you have a rough round or two, that's something bad. It's not a bad thing to go through adversity and overcome. To be honest, that actually shows how good and how great of a fighter you are to be able to adapt from something, or even fucking forget the adapting part, even having the composure enough to get through that rough time shows how good you are as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, to talk about how he looked in that last fight really don't have nothing to do with why you not fighting him. If anything, if he looked that bad, go whoop. You know what I'm saying? Go whoop him. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get. And that's not, and this right here ain't just for Tank. This is for anybody. I don't understand how you can be at the top of the sport or your weight class or whatever it is you at the top of, and you not want to compete against the best people or whoever is next best if you're considered to be the best. It behooves me to let me change that. It's mind-boggling to me how, as the fighter that is the champion, you hate when people up fighting them. You hate when people ask you about fighting the next best person. How would we feel about any other sport if Jalen Hurts said, "Oh well, which y'all keep asking me about Pat Mahomes for? Y'all keep asking me about Pat Mahomes. Like, are we not supposed to ask you about Pat Mahomes? You're the best in the NFC, he's the best in the AFC. Why wouldn't we ask you about your matchup coming up, or the matchup that should be coming up?" If LeBron James said, "Why y'all keep asking me about Kevin Durant? Y'all, we supposed to ask you about Kevin Durant. You supposed to be the GOAT, right? Why can't we question you about how you think you're gonna do against this next player or this next best player?" I don't understand in boxing why the guy at the top feels like they don't have to fight the next best person. Then who do you feel like you should fight? Who do you feel like you should fight? Like you want to just keep picking niggas from 110 pounds and bringing them up and trying to make us believe that they good because you and Leonard Ellerby will come on a press conference and big up a fighter? Like, you trying to pee on us and tell us it's rain? Like, niggas not trying to hear that, bro. We believe you. The fact that we even questioning you and asking you to fight this person shows that we think you are the goods, and we want to see how good you are because we believe this person is the goods too. So it's just crazy to me to think that you get so bothered by someone asking you a question about another fighter that's in your weight class, that's a champion in your weight class. It ain't like he asking you about a motherfucker 6 weight classes higher. And Terrence Crawford just shows you that shit don't even matter. So every time I see Tank, it's almost like I'm just trying to give y'all the bare minimum. I want y'all to shut up, be a fan, pay for what I tell y'all to pay for, like what I want y'all to like, big up the fighters that I want y'all to big up, and shut up about what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the dumbest shit in the world. I've never seen this shit before from any other sport. It's only boxing where a motherfucker can say, what he do? Motherfucker, he obviously did something. You know what I'm saying? If the fans think he good enough that we want to see him versus you, he obviously did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he ain't, is every time I see Tank, he talking about what this person didn't do, what he did, what they did. But in the same breath, we can ask you the same shit about Isaac Cruz. Before you fight for him, we didn't know who the fuck he was. We can ask you the same thing about Rolly. What the fuck he done? Okay, cool. You can get a pass. Floyd was your promoter. Floyd was his promoter. Floyd made that shit happen. Cool, no problem. What about Ryan Garcia? He ain't did shit in the sport. He ain't never been a champion. Granted, he got a decent name for himself, but he ain't never did nothing in the sport. That's what you asking. What have you done in the sport? He ain't did shit in the sport. You look at all of these people that Tank could have fought. His line of people is so long. Teofimo, Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Day. We can't see you fight nobody. We can't ask you about nobody. If we ask you about anybody, you automatically get mad and feel like a motherfucker ain't supposed to say shit to you. Like that's the dumbest shit in the world. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like super stupid. Like I'm so frustrated by today's sports. I'm so happy that the people that's coming behind Tank is actually fighting or actually want to fight. We see Devin and Ryan. We see Devin again. And once again, you got to give a motherfucker like Devin his credit. Sometimes his dad pissed me the fuck off, but you got to give him his credit. That man step out there. He take on the toughest challenges. How the fuck you let somebody who 5 or 6 years younger than you fight Lomachenko before you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, this shit is dumb. It's stupid. And it's hard for a motherfucker that like Tank, a motherfucker like me that's from the city that want to root for Tank. How can I defend Tank when I'm having these conversations? If, yeah, Tank can whoop Shakur, Tank can whoop Devin Haney, and every time they ask Tank, he can't even, you know what I'm saying? He don't have nothing to say, but why y'all keep asking me about him for? This shit is stupid, and I didn't even want to go into a rant, but I knew that I probably listen. I really didn't want to go into a rant. I just wanted to come on here and say that we have to do better, and I'm happy to see the Shakurs and T.O.s trying to work it out. Teofimo done fought Loma. He done fought Josh Taylor. Devin done fought Regis Prograis, another person we couldn't get Tank to fight. If we want to go back, Tevin Farmer, we can go on and on and on of people that Tank could have fought and didn't fight. And to be honest, to tell you the truth, Tank really ain't did nothing to earn his position of where he is except be with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I really think about it, I'm like, hold on, what has Tank really done for us to put him on this pedestal of he's just super great? And it's really nothing except be on the undercards of Floyd Mayweather to get that exposure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I done got frustrated with the shit, and now my mind is all over the place. I don't even know which goddamn direction I want to go with the video no more. And so I just want to say to end this shit that young fighters, if there is somebody in your division and you are the best in your division and you want to be the best, you have to see that man, whoever he or she may be, if we talking about women's boxing. And on that note, hold on. Before I get up out of here, if y'all like my video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And so you will be notified when I drop future videos. And yeah, man, Tank, we got to do better, man. Especially being from the city, you got to do better, bro. You got to do better. And if it's you just don't want to fight the best, you just want to do, then drop the belt, move on, take exhibition fights. Nobody will press you out anymore. You know what I'm saying? And nobody will care. But you also got to keep that same energy when people stop paying, making you the highest person with the highest gate. When people stop paying for, well, pay-per-view shit is dead anyway, so ain't nobody paying for pay-per-views no more anyway. But we got to do better, man. We got to do better. In order for boxing to succeed, we have to do better, man. And on that note, until next time.